Found anything?
Chewing gum and keeping hydrated, so if anyone's in here fucking listening, then you're going to hear me chewing and drinking ice water.
Tracked the freighter in. Was lucky it wasn't destroyed when it drifted into the asteroid field. Not much on board. One damaged droid, one annoying protocol droid, and a lot of bodies. Sent the survivor to medical and the others to the morgue. Didn't recognize the ship's ID code, so we transmitted it to the Republic for some answers.
Steve Harvey.
Droid about what happened. Says his master,
or at least his mustache,
was on the Republic ship the Harbinger when it suffered an engine failure. He says the survivor was a passenger on the vessel and a Jedi. If so, that's gonna mean true.
It's gonna mean true.
Inventoried the bodies and cargo. Everything matches the protocol droid story. The T3 droid had seized up, so we left it in storage and standby mode. Don't know what code will access it. It could be it's voice activated for all we know. We put the protocol droid to work in maintenance, sorting the mining droid comm routines and updating the recognition sensors. And to shut him up. When the survivor recovers, hopefully we can get him off this station before there's trouble between the work shifts. Word of the Jedi leaked out and the miners aren't sure what to do with him. Quarter's mining crew wanted us to collect the credits for the bounty the Exchange has on Jedi, but I put a stop to that. We're contacting Telos to get the Republic records on the Jedi, but nobody will know word from the Republic. But I've sent out a broadcom transmission for records on this Ebonhawk. One of the miners said it used to be a smuggling vessel. Accidents are making the miners restless. The droid behavior course must be undergoing some kind of binary decay. 2 miners were drilled by a droid's mining laser.
I'm glad Phil Lamar's here to sort of ease us into this situation. As you access Hangar Bay 25, there is a series of low-pitched whistles and beeps. It sounds as if there's a utility droid on the other end. It could be that voice-activated T3 unit that we were discussing earlier with Steve Harvey. You operational? I need a route off this level now. Is there some other way out of here besides the turbo lifts? BD dwoop beep. You and me both, buddy. I'd rather risk it than be trapped up here. It's time. A new challenger enters the fight. T3M4. See, this is another reason I don't love the prologue, because you get an opportunity to do a little solo jaunt as T3 anyway, so it on replays it feels redundant, and on like people seeing this game for the first time, it's not interesting enough for me not to skip. I can just give the context for it. Well, that ain't working. I've got to blast it open. Well, shit. Several parts have been removed from this console, and a laser drill has been used on a number of the subsystems. That is not a computing tool. We don't have enough parts, apparently. There's got to be somewhere that has parts, right? I know these doors on either side of here are magnetically sealed, so there's no good trying to get into them. Damn, suppose it's got to be this way then. Should be good enough. See, in the first game, T3 didn't have this, but they gave him like a an R2-D2 style taser this time. Which is unlimited and has a ridiculous range, so they basically gave him force lightning. Holy fuck. That's so silly. I just love his design as well. It's so nice. It's a really great take on the like regular R2 design, but it feels so much more industrial and threadbare. It's not as aesthetic. The design language of Star Wars has always been awesome. From like Art Deco 1930s style retro future to this gritty World War II era retro future. I really love all the artistic takes. And of course nothing makes sense, but it's kind of the point, right? It's not hard sci-fi, it's not even firm sci-fi. Ranges from like space opera to science fantasy. Although I don't like the term science fantasy. It kind of doesn't. Where's the science part of that? Space opera feels better to me. Here we go. Fucking ion blast. Purge the fuel lines, and inside I found 3 sonic chargers attached inside. I checked the work logs and the only droids have been in the area. I tried to contact security as soon as I found the explosives, but I can't seem to get a signal through. I've removed the remote detonators and I'll keep the explosives on me until I can find a secure hold in the hangar. I love the way these beams look. There's something so satisfying about the just... Okay, let's get this door blasted open. So this is a new mechanic that wasn't in the first game as well. Being able to open doors with explosives. There are some doors that can't be bashed and can only be opened with explosives. That's what we're after, spikes. You said he locked the spikes up in the security storage. Right. All emergency subsystems rerouted to Fuel Depot Terminal. Access to the Paragus emergency subsystems are being rerouted to a Fuel Depot Terminal. And the connecting circuits have been burned out with a mining laser, preventing remote access. Check status of emergency subsystems. Lockdown procedure activated, hangar bay sealed, fuel depot sealed. I know for a fact I can't open the door to the hangar, so we'll go to the fuel depot instead, considering. That's so satisfying. Why doesn't R2 have one of these? I think there's an ion striker as well. The ion striker does more damage. The ion blast can stun, however. Neural pacifier can stun. Flamethrower does damage, does heat damage, and can fear them. Doesn't fear droids though. Right. Let's try the striker. I think the striker has a secondary effect on it that is like a hemisphere of clear rippling energy, which is really satisfying to look at as well. Yeah. Damn, the loot table's been really generous with these rolls. You get a lot of decent item enhancements. Damn, I fucking love this game. There's something so comfortable about coming back and playing it. It's like wearing some old shoes. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say. You get me though. Fuel line deposits fuel into the docked starships. Since no ships are currently docked at the Paragus facility, it is sealed. There appears to be some sort of metal case lying in the fuel pipe, but you can't make it out. Maintenance level. That's where we've just been. Maintenance. Entrance to droid maintenance area. Blocked by shields. Within the past day, a series of explosions within the Paragus mining facility has enacted an emergency lockdown. Someone has sliced into the fuel depot computers and created a phantom fuel leak. sealing off the area with force fields to contain the quote-unquote blast. Probably whoever the saboteur is that has been messing around with the droids. Nice. Fuck you, T3, I guess.
So is that stupid droid of yours gonna come through or not?
It's not my droid. I don't know who he belongs to.
Well, I'm beginning to think I was a little better off in my...
Nice.
Hey, what do you know? A little cargo cylinder came through.
Looks like it, but it's strange he didn't contact us on comm.
If he got the turbo lifts working, then we should have a clear run to the hangar. Wait. Don't tell me you're taking that hatch down into the mining tunnels. Are you? That explosion
Sure, why not?
came from below. There's probably nothing down there except superheated rock and collapsed blast tunnels. You'd be an idiot to go down there.
A Jedi's life is sacrificed. Besides, someone's got to save our skins.
You're either really brave or really crazy. Or both. Alright, I'll try to monitor things from up here. And be careful. The only thing moving down there is likely to be mining droids, so don't be playing hero too hard. Not that I care what happens to you or anything. I just don't want to be trying to get off this rock by myself.
Your concern is noted. I'll be going now.
I'll keep the comm link open. I may be able to guide you through the tunnels from up here. Don't know if the signal will hold if you get too deep, though.
I've received a comm link and some light side points. I think we better fill out the rest of the map. Why not? Great. I think I forgot to take the loot from down here as well. I'm pretty sure there's some med packs down here.
I thought you were going down into the mining tunnel.
I am, Atten. Fuck you.
thought you were going down into the mining tunnels.
Oh my god! Fine, I'll get lost. Mining tunnels time. You love to see it. Yeah, for a minute I thought you and Cray were telepathic.
What did you say? Your signal's crammed with static. A
Hmm.
lot of interference down there, probably caused by that explosion. Still, it looks like there's a route down to the Paragas fuel depot. If the passages haven't collapsed, that explosion knocked out most of the sensors. There should be an emergency crate in the next room. Watch yourself. There's a lot of droid broadcasts in that area, but I can't pin them down.
Bro, Atten's so hot. I'll be careful then. If you detect anything, signal me.
Will do. And be careful down there.
Thanks, bro. Finally, some clothes. Miner's uniform. We love it.
Find the emergency supplies?
Yeah, and it looks like there's some clothes in here.
About time. The whole half-naked Jedi thing was wearing a little thin. But there may be some survey gear and a safety harness inside the crate, too. The miners wear them when staking claims on the asteroids. The survey gear is designed to spot and protect you against sonic mines. And the safety harness can be helpful if you try to disarm them.
Thanks, King. There's some sort of shield as well, not that I need it.
Like a military-issue energy shield, except it's designed to protect the miners against lasers and heat. Should work against the droid mining lasers. It won't last forever, and certainly not against multiple laser hits. But it may buy you some time if you get ambushed by a battalion of droids.
Sounds useful.
Just one more thing. I've narrowed down some of the ID signals, and if the numbers are right, you're sharing those tunnels with a battalion of mining droids.
Great. Can I sneak by them?
You could, if you have the skill in a stealth field generator. These droids rely on thermal sensors, primarily to detect fuel deposits. The good thing is, that explosion down there kicked up so much heat and steam it may blind them. A bit, but not much.
I'll do that. Anything else?
There's gotta be some central controller down there. See if you can find a terminal by the main access shaft. That'd be governing intelligence.
Let's maybe try the stealth thing then. It's going to be slow, but I don't play stealth often, so you know what, I fancy trying it.
Watch where you step. I'm picking up a lot of sonic mines down there. Don't run unless you have to. It makes them harder to spot. If you have any skill with demolitions, you might be able to recover them and use them against the droids. That is, if the mines don't get you first. If you have survey gear or a safety harness, put them on. They'll make spotting and disarming the sonic charges a little easier.
Why the hell are there so many charges?
Those mining droids, especially the excavator models, are designed to arm and set sonic charges for mining. Chances are if they still had charges after they went rogue, then they may have set them to try and kill the miners. And you. If you see one of those excavators, watch out. They may use their undeployed charges as projectiles.
Awesome. I'm being inundated with components and parts and spikes at the moment. Fortunately, I've got the skill to use it. They really want me to be using him, I think, especially when we get to the Central Intelligence Cluster that Atten mentioned. Cool. Nice. I think I'm going to try and roleplay this a little bit. Use guns until I absolutely am forced to pull out a lightsaber eventually when I get one. Pull a Kanan Jarrus. Thank God for those ion grenades. Oh my God, I'm blind. It was the movie volume I turned down last time. Jesus. Okay. That should be a lot better. Actually, let's pull the sound effects down as well.
Hey, watch out. That explosion has superheated the tunnels ahead. That steam will cook the skin off your bones. If you can find a mining energy shield, switch it on. It should protect you against the heat if you move quickly enough.
Understood. I might not need it. I ended up not needing it. My question is, if you're using automated, like, droid labor, why even have people on the station at all? I mean, great, pay people, sure. You know, skilled labor is always useful, and it's good to have humans in the loop, right? But for dangerous work like this, why even bother with people at all? Oh my God, come on.
You're getting close to something big. I think it's the main ventilation shaft. If so, the central droid controller should be somewhere nearby. Keep an eye out for it. I'm picking up a lot of droids.
Star Wars and its railless shafts.
Switch it on.
Architects are always like, where are we going to fit the shaft? There aren't just mining droids down here, there are these sensor balls too.
Sensor? It must be maintenance drones. Watch out. Those little pests will try to repair the mining droids if you don't gun them down first. still, it's odd they're still active after the explosion. They don't have the same shielding as the mining droids. Be careful of those droids. I don't like this.
Understood. Stimulants. I thought everyone's just carrying these syringes. Nice. Call up droid command functions. Yeah. Add other droids to droid mining protocols. Cancel all droid mining functions to organics. And mine all sealed doors. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Finesse. I think, yeah, our dex is higher than our strength. So, finesse is good. Lets us dex melee instead of having to use strength, which I'm not speccing into because I don't give a shit about it. Yeah, let's do Valor. Let's be Buffy. Then pull all the loot as much as we can.
Yeah, I'm picking up some strange readings. What are you doing down there?
Oh, I don't want to go this way yet. Trust me, whatever you detected, it's probably my fault.
The containment fields in the mining tunnels are shutting down. You need to get out of there before they vent fuel to the surface of the asteroid through the tunnels.
How much time do I have?
I may be able to keep it contained until you get the turbo lift to the fuel depot, but not for much longer. I'm locking down the turbo lift to the administration section now to keep the blast from spreading. If you've got anything left to do down there, make it quick, because where you are is going to get real hot real soon.
Good to know. Not that way yet, then. I think I might have enough spikes left to get the droids to kill each other. No, I don't. That's fine. A spike! Could do with the extra experience. Oh, I didn't do it. Scramble effect will overwrite the current commands on the droid. In addition to attacking you, they will also tackle the droids. Do you wish to continue? Continue. You'll have to see it. Onwards and upwards. Thanks for the XP. In fact, how much am I getting from that? I'm almost leveled up again. That scared the shit out of me. Jesus. Holy fuck. $355 experience more, and I've leveled up again. Fuck you. There we go. Hell yes. Speed. Oh god. Let's take that off. Haha, don't tell me the game's crashed. Oh no, we're good. The game just wanted to de-render the speed effect, I guess? Nice. Oh, come on now. It gives me Demolitions 1, surely. Surely it'll... Saves Fortitude. Nice. Ugh! Jump scare.
It is a pleasure to see you alive, Master, provided my receptors are not off focus. How may I be of assistance?
How do you know me? I'm not your master.
Answer. I am a survivor of the Harbinger, just as you were, Master. With the unexpected termination of my previous Master, you are the only organic which I may now serve.
Who the hell was that guy then? Who was your previous master?
Answer. The captain of the Harbinger, Master. I was in transit to Telos to facilitate communications and terminate hostilities. However, we did not arrive at our intended destination.
Okay, what happened?
Irritated answer. Oh, Master, it is such a long, dull story, and not terribly relevant to our current situation.
Why don't you tell me anyway?
Hesitant explanation. That has been the subject of considerable discussion since our arrival here, Master. Many have attempted to claim you and this unit as salvage. I was crudely interrogated concerning our brief history together on board the Harbinger, before its communications, weapons, and engines suffered the cascade failure that disabled the ship.
Why don't I remember any of this shit?
Speculation. It is possible you were incapacitated and locked in the well-shielded cargo compartment as the Harbinger was being systematically crippled, Master.
Incapacitated?
Clarification. Yes, Master. No doubt the flurry of destruction on board the Harbinger somehow drugged you into a stupor from which you could not awaken. Most curious.
Drugged? What do you mean, drugged?
Placation. Merely a turn of phrase, Master. The implication that your state was due to the result of ingesting large quantities of Juma juice was unintentional. I meant to communicate only that you were somehow rendered unconscious before you were locked securely in the cargo hold.
So I wasn't sealed in the cargo hold. Someone locked me in.
Clarification. By locked, I meant sealed, Master. My vocabulator seems to be malfunctioning.
Right. But how the hell did I get from the Harbinger to here then?
Recitation. Following the unusual set of coincidences that led to the cascade failure in the Harbinger's systems, we were boarded by a small freighter with unknown ID codes. It appeared that this freighter had been attacked, and the captain wanted to study it. This freighter appeared to be still spaceworthy. Your cargo compartment was breached, and you were taken on board the freighter shortly before the Harbinger's systems began to go critical. I, too, managed to board the freighter before the Harbinger's destruction. We were most fortunate to have survived, Master.
Why would they take me aboard?
Explanation. I believe it was a smuggler's vessel by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Speculation. As to its purpose, I do not know. Perhaps it was always its intention to play dead, then kidnap you off the Harbinger and rob me of my bounty.
Bounty?
Clarification. By bounty, I refer to your life, Master. It would pain me to see you damaged in any way. That is why the arrival of this Ebon Hawk caused me considerable distress.
Right. Yeah, of course. I mean, if anyone's played the first game, they know what they're getting with this guy. Different colour, same general personality traits. Why the hell did the Ebon Hawk come here then?
Apology. My memory core cannot provide a clear answer on that point, Master. Suffice to say that once we arrived at this floating rock, our situation became much clearer.
How so?
Explanation. Despite my market value, Master, The miners were far more interested in you. It did not take long for me to ascertain the reason for this. While an HK protocol droid is a valuable piece of property, Jedi are worth much more in certain exclusive markets across the galaxy. Painful admission. I must confess to feelings of inferiority at the speculated difference between my value and the price for your capture. I was forced to remind myself it was not due to a failing of my model or function, but because you were a Jedi.
So how did they find out I was a Jedi?
Surprised answer. Why, I told them, Master. You are the exiled Jedi who served with Revan in the Mandalorian Wars, are you not? I hope all that has happened has not been the result of a miscommunication. If so, then the problem lies with the core word databases, which are notoriously spotty.
Unpleasantness? What the hell are you talking about?
Answer. All that has happened has been because they believe you to be a Jedi Master. They debated what to do with you as you lay unconscious in the medical bay. One group seemed intent on selling you as property. The other group opposed this.
Okay, and then what happened?
3 standard hours after the division between the miners became apparent, accidents began to occur throughout the facility.
Interesting.
A result of improper maintenance, I believe. These accidents coincided with the degradation of the mining droid behavioral cores. Crude models are prone to such failures, resulting in murderous rampages. The mortality rate of organics in the facility rose quickly.
So what happened to the rest of the miners?
Many miners began to join you in the medical bay as a cascade of flawlessly timed detonations occurred in isolated gas pockets in the lower levels of the facility. The explosions herded the miners into emergency sections of the station, quickly and efficiently cutting them off from communications and facility control. But sadly enough, not the ventilation systems.
Okay, and what then?
You see, the explosions had damaged specific sections of this facility's ventilation systems, causing a slow, lethal buildup of toxic fumes in the dormitory level.
Is anyone left alive? Wait a minute, are you responsible for all this?
Defensive answer. Master, I am a protocol droid, not a well-crafted assassination droid of unrivaled...
Only the most handsome of people could have...
actions that took place here would have required an
Yeah.
unusual set of skills. It is highly unlikely I possess the knowledge of how to reprogram the memory cores of base worker class droids into killing machines, let alone to terminate the organics at this facility, utilizing only Aerotech 500 series laser mining drills and explosives fashioned from proton missile cores.
Only the most I mean, it wasn't me, but whoever it was must have been the most handsome droid. Handsome and skilled and really good at fucking as well. The biggest shagger in the galaxy. Do you know what? I think you are responsible.
Admission. I cannot and will not attempt to change your mind, Master. I would urge you to consider that your KOTOR tank treatments may have caused some disorientation.
Do you know who administered sedatives to the KOTOR tanks in the medical bay, killing the incapacitated miners?
Conjecture. The administration of a large dose of sedatives over a short period of time would likely prove fatal to miners, although not to a Jedi. For a Jedi, it would simply render them unconscious for ease of transport. Quite inventive.
Is that pride I hear in your voice?
Answer. I was merely commenting on the idea itself, Master, not the execution of the idea. Though that, too, was inventive. Besides, Master, those miners intended to murder you, or worse. Any complaints they would have at being murdered would be the highest form of hypocrisy.
Well, they wanted to murder you, so they shouldn't complain about being murdered, because there's an ethical gap there, right? Why is he making, like, conservative talking points? Alright, I'll be going. Turbo lift to the mining tunnels is sealed.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you intact, Master.
Because of the explosion that I caused. Okay.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you intact, Master.
Nice loafers, King. Much better than the weird boots I've got on. Sonic imprint sensor. With the protocol droid's help, I finished work on the sonic imprint sensors and installed them in the mining droids, but I'm locking up the original here to prevent the other miners from using its ability to record and play back voices to override the droid's voice print protocols. Okay, I think we remember when we salvaged the droid, or we dissected the droid earlier on the administration level, it did say that they were voice coded. So this could be related to that. And then finally, a workbench. Let's upgrade what we're wearing. Regeneration. There we go. And then we'll build some spikes, I guess. Is there anything we can break down? Mining laser, heavy mining laser. Got a bunch of energy shields that we definitely don't need. Safety harness, no. Break down these iPads that we found. Cool. Alright, got a ton of spikes now to use if we need to.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you intact, Master.
Right, let's explore the rest of this section and then we'll come back and deal with the droid.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you intact, Master.
Nice. These droids ain't shit. Come on! Why did it do that? Why are these mining droids programmed? Why are they programmed to look like bodybuilders and to go, come on, with their hands like that? Nice. Oh, come the fuck on. Nice. Get fucked. Reflex package. I wonder if I can wear that. I cannot. It requires Constitution. Look at this. Look at this boy. Okay, we can get back up to the Progress Administration level, which I'm going to do in a second because I want to use the spikes on the medical bay console. Sorry, I'm allergic to to floating mines, apparently. Get fucked. Locked. Well, there we go. Access maintenance log. Let's watch all these that occurred over 6 days.
Finished the sonic imprint sensor prototype for the mining droids. Everyone knows they need an upgrade. The sensor should allow me to issue voice commands to them rather than manually adjusting their routine each time the mining specifications change. I've been keeping the sensor in the maintenance workshop for the time being. I wanted to test it first by recording and playing back some simple voice commands.
Cool.
Finished my examination of the droids from the Ebonhawk freighter. The T3 unit looked like it had shut itself down. The protocol droid, however, made up for it. It talked my ear off for most of the hour, asking questions about the facility, the personnel, and so on. Still, it wanted to make itself useful, so I put it to work until its master wakes up from the med bay. It seems to have some skills in speaking to droid behavior cores, so there's been some trouble with some of the mining droids, so I'm signing off.
Work stress.
Been speaking to the protocol droid about the Jedi in med bay. I thought they'd all gone away or been killed in the Jedi Civil War. The droid told me that his master is the only Jedi he knows of in all the galaxy, and that the Jedi had served in the Mandalorian Wars almost 10 years ago. That would have meant that the Jedi served under Revan for a time. Maybe the Jedi knows what happened to Revan after the end of the Jedi Civil War.
Hmm.
Been too busy to enter a log for a while. There's been more and more accidents since that Jedi arrived. The miners are starting to get restless, especially Korta. Korta said the exchange is offering a huge bounty on Jedi Knights and that we can make a fortune if we sell the Jedi to Nar Shaddaa. Security shut down that idea pretty quick, but I don't think Korta and his men are going to give up that easy. I mentioned the trouble to the Jedi's protocol droid, and he seemed concerned about his master's safety. I told the droid not to worry. The Korta wouldn't...
Koda has men. Isn't he just a miner? How does he have men? Friends, you mean? Koda's friends.
With the protocol droid's help, I made some upgrades to the sonic imprint sensor, using some of the droid's vocabulator subroutines. In addition to its ability to store and record voices, it now has the droid's full array of alien languages, including Basic. Should prove useful as a portable translator. I tried to make sure the protocol unit got some credit for helping.
So that's this game's justification for being able to understand every alien.
The prototype in one of the mining droids as a test and see what happens.
In the first game, Revan had an affinity for languages. You could translate them on the fly. In this game, they give you the sonic imprint sensor, and that allows you to understand any language that the HK droids can understand.
When the dock officer reported the droids repairing the Ebonhawk, I installed a voice print ID on the droid console system. Someone ordered them to repair that freighter, but I can't find a trace of the order anywhere. If anyone tries that again, they won't be able to do it from this terminal unless I let them. The voice print should cut any user off from the central functions unless I give the code. The maintenance check on the droids didn't help. If anything, the accidents have increased. Security interrogated me about the droids and they weren't too happy with my answers. I don't understand it though. These aren't combat models. They shouldn't even know how to attack. I can't help but think, what if somebody staged the initial trouble with the mining droids just to get them all sent to maintenance, and then did something to them? I think security's right. Someone's trying to sabotage this facility and they're using the droids to do it. But why?
But why? System is registering a blast in one of the main fuel lines. A containment field has been activated to keep the explosion isolated within the hangar bay and fuel lines. Check the fuel lines. Although the fuel lines are currently sealed because no ships are docked in the facility, they would open automatically if a ship did arrive. And like we know before, the comms are all down because everything's been severed from the main hub. And everything's been remotely controlled from somewhere, but not here. Cameras. T3! Okay. Talk to Kreia. Use the medical bench to make some items with chemicals. And then have a word with Atom, probably. Save the game first.
Yes? What have you found?
I keep hearing your voice as I explore this place.
Ah, yes, I noticed that as well. It may be that our proximity during our long slumber may have had unforeseen consequences.
Unforeseen consequences?
We seem to be able to speak without speaking. Perhaps this effect will pass with time.
That doesn't seem like an effect that passes with time. What if it doesn't pass?
Then hope that we have little to say to each other, lest it prove distracting.
Alright then, I'll be back. Ah, Kreia's theme. I love how because I have... Oh, it's gone now, but I like the facial animations, but when you put force speed on, they seem to really fucking speed up. Oh, it's not doing it now, that's a shame. Oh well. Medical logs, wait. Here we go. Treatment was administered by remote from another console within facility. 34103. You cannot determine its location, but you would recognize the ID signature if you access the console. There we go. Let's make some med packs. I will not be using adrenals. That should be enough. Speak to Atten and then get back down there to the fuel depot.
Found anything?
I found a talkative protocol droid down in the fuel depot.
Yeah? Did you blow it up?
No, I thought about it though.
Yeah, well, watch your back. Droids can't be trusted.
And you can?
Look, I could have let you rot in those mining tunnels, and all I get from you is backtalk. You know what? I don't trust you. For all I know, you could have caused all this trouble. In fact, you did just by being a Jedi. So before you start accusing me of anything, Jedi, maybe you better take a look at what you've done.
I'll return if I find anything? Okay. Sorry, Atten. I mean, he's right. Jedi are annoying, but... Wait a minute.
Glad you survived the tunnels. Find anything when you were down there? Found anything?
Yeah. And he just recycles the conversation. Fair enough. Mans has trust issues and really doesn't like being accused of not being trustworthy, I guess. And doesn't seem to like Jedi. Or at least thinks Jedi cause a lot of problems, which I would agree, they absolutely do.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you intact, Master. Greeting. It is a pleasure to...
Found a T3 unit in one of the fuel pipes. It looks damaged.
Alarmed query. Indeed. Master, how is it possible that a T3 unit got dumped in such a place? Like a piece of unwanted garbage? Thoughtful extrapolation. Perhaps it ran afoul of the other droids in this facility and was attacked. Most distressing. It is too bad that there is no way to reach the droid from here, Master. Otherwise you might be able to determine what happened to it.
Okay.
Of course, Master. How may I be of assistance?
What's that body there?
Answer. That is all that remains of the maintenance officer, Master. At the end, he was quite incoherent from the pain, and attempts to facilitate communications with him proved useless. I heard his dying screams as the droids he tended turned on him, mining him like a piece of asteroid rock.
Screams?
Recitation? Oh yes, Master. The record of his last moments were...
5 droids, burning through the outer door. They're forcing their way into the bay. Please, someone that... Oh no, they're through! Oh, my leg! They're burning through my leg! Oh, stop! Stop, please!
Nice.
His remaining attempts at communication are variations in decibel, Master, ranging from frenzied screams to gibbering inarticulate attempts to beg for his life.
Of course, yeah.
Greeting.
I'm looking for a way into the hangar bay.
Pitying answer. Oh, that is unfortunate, Master. The hangar is sealed behind a containment field. It would be impossible to open it.
Then how did the T3 unit get through it?
Clarifying query. Did the T3 unit go through the door? I regret ignorance of that fact, Master. Although the door could have been opened from the opposite side without much difficulty, a flaw in the emergency lockdown procedure, which the automated systems have most likely corrected.
What about override codes?
Answer. Only the Paragus administration officer would have such codes, Master. If he hasn't already been murdered in an unfortunate accident, then he is trapped in the dormitory section, which has been effectively cut off from the facility by explosives.
There must be another way to reach the dormitory then.
Theory. You could walk across the surface of the asteroid to the dormitory airlock, but such a route would be extremely hazardous, and I do not wish to see you damaged.
Those miners could be hurt or in danger. We need to make sure they're alright.
Warning. Master, continued exploration of this facility may place you in unnecessary danger.
Says you.
I encourage you to return to the medical bay and wait for retrieval from a vessel that is no doubt on the way, even as we continue this pointless conversation.
I'm going to find those miners, and you're going to help me.
Weary resignation. Very well, Master, but there is very little that I can do. You see, the airlock is sealed by a code.
Alright, and how do I get that code?
Correction. Oh, I already possess the code, Master, but I am afraid that it will do you no good.
If you have the code, then give it to me.
Condescending explanation. Master, the console governing the droid maintenance area and the airlock is voice printed musing. In the last days of his life, the maintenance officer was quite careful about voice protocols, bordering on paranoid obsession. Conjecture. I suspect once he realized something was wrong in the facility, he voice-locked the droid bay functions. A prudent measure, but in the end, he met the same fate as the rest of the organics.
But you said you already have the code.
Condescending explanation. Oh yes, Master. The code is Maintenance Control Voice Print ID R1B5. But unless the maintenance officer speaks the code, it is useless.
You can mimic voices, can't you speak the code?
Objection. Master, to commit such an act would be in violation of the ethics programming most droids are believed to possess. I am afraid there is nothing that can be done.
Believed to possess?
Irritated statement. Master, if you insist on echoing everything I say, this already tedious conversation is in danger of becoming even longer. Clarification. But yes, most droids are believed to possess ethics programming. Such programming would prevent me from using my incredible talents to break a voice print code.
The fact that you can mimic voices is pretty impressive. No, I think I want to antagonize this dude. I understand if your limited functionality prevents you from mimicking the maintenance officer's voice accurately.
Irritated objection. Master, there is nothing wrong with my communications functionality. I will prove it. A recitation. Maintenance Control Voice Print ID R1B5. There. Was that sufficient, Master?
Yeah, I think that's all I need.
Confused query. I am sorry, Master. Were you speaking to yourself?
Bye. Moron. I say moron. Clearly very talented and handsome and possessed of a unique set of skills. I need just over 1700 experience now to hit the next level. That shouldn't be too hard, right?
Maintenance Control Voice Print ID R1B5.
This computer matches the console signature from where the sedative command was issued that killed all the miners in the medical bay. The order was given from this terminal a few minutes before the emergency lockdown took place. Numerous safety overrides were bypassed under the guise of emergency treatment. Furthermore, it appears 2 cameras within the medical bay were linked to this terminal, then locked into place. The camera to the morgue, and the camera in the room with the KOTOR tanks. There is no record of who issued these commands. Based on the maintenance log of the voice printing took place, however, it would have had to have occurred after the console was voice printed by the maintenance officer. There we go. To the service of the fucking asteroid. Now, if you played the first game, you'll remember the environment suit that we used to get to the KOTOR mining facility on Manan. Went very slow. What they did in this game, and I believe it was added after the restored content mod, is instead of designing a whole new animation and simply making it faster, they decided to just increase the speed of the animation, which looks horrific, unfortunately. What the hell?
That's about time. I lost your signal after you left the mining tunnels. Now you're coming in clear.
Except I'm picking you up on the exterior of the facility, on the asteroid's surface. That can't be right.
Really? Maybe you should look up.
Huh? What are you doing out there?
I need to reach the miners in the dormitory section, and this is the only way to get there. I'm just taking a relaxing walk.
You're crazy, even for a Jedi. Look, you need to get out of there, quick.
I'm trying to pick up the pace, believe me.
What little is left of the facility's venting systems have gone active, most likely from the explosions in the mining tunnels. They're venting Paraga's fuel deposits into space through the exterior vents, right in your path.
Why are the vents placed so close to the exterior scaffolding?
That's just it. They're not supposed to be active when the airlock's opened, and not without the safety measures kicking in. The vents look like they've been purposely rerouted to vent the gases to the exterior, and only in the last few minutes. It's almost as if... Now what now? I don't believe this. There's a ship coming in, sending a docking code. I have a bad feeling about this.
Ship comes in, crewed by corpses. It's the boy! Oh great, some sort of cinematic based glitch. Oh, here we go. Ah, the joys of streaming games that are about 20 years old. Tabbed me out, awesome. I love that the game struggles horribly to move this gigantic model. Look at it sidling into position. Oh wow, game, Jesus. Uh,
He has come.
okay. Oh Christ. The animation totally fucked up. Oh, that's awesome. Here we go, the fucking ship's here. Kreia says he's come. We can guess who he is. It's the guy with the horrific eczema sitting on the bridge of that ship. But we better save it just in case the game entirely falls to fucking pieces. I've never experienced that before, where the where the cinematic splits in half and then the animations don't play out right. Nice. Credits in a bin. Oh, come now. Now the fire suppression systems have gone active and I can't even make it to the dormitory section. I watched the turrets turn their carbonite freeze rays on Mabon before he even got halfway across the room. Fortunately, the range doesn't seem to go beyond the room itself, so I was able to remain safe in the corridor. But I don't have any ranged weapons to take them out from a distance, and I don't have a stealth field generator to sneak across the room either. Tried unlocking the storage room door just to see if there are any cold resistance items or grenades I could use. The door was sealed from the lockdown. Don't know enough about security systems to open it, and I don't have a sonic charge to blow it open either. Still, as long as the droids don't make it into this section, I should be alright. Unfortunately, Corpse nothing, they did. Ooh, ion cell. Insulated gloves. I'm crawling in grenades, so... Oh, come now. It's a static object, my guy. There we go. Ow. Oh well. It's not so bad. We'll get to use that later. I'm sure we'll pick up some armor soon. Oh, get lost. Oh, I leveled up. Didn't even notice. Nice. Get lost. Okay, before using that console, let's explore the rest of this area. Let's bottleneck it. The thing is, the light side is doing very little to incentivize me at the moment. Let's take stun droid, just for the sake of argument. At least then we can do something offensive to the droids. Well, now I'm going to have to hit it, aren't I? Come on now. Oh. Come on. I do not wish to fight you now. I really could use demolition. Oh well. Ah, tremendous. Got another lecture about contraband today. Security hasn't started doing spot checks of our quarters yet, so my cash in the lower bunk of my room in the eastern dormitory should be safe. You won't even know it's there unless you know to look for it. KOTOR came around again asking if I had any special cargo to sell, but I was getting a bad feeling about how he was asking, so I kept quiet about my stash. I'm going to keep that blaster I smuggled from Telos and a few grenades there just in case things here get rough. Only benefit of having a room the farthest from the door is that it should buy me enough time to dump contraband if security does a surprise inspection. Well, fat lot of good that did you, my friend. KOTOR. And he's dead. And a hollow log. I love that these survival kits just seem to contain chemicals, which I find interesting. Ah, the kitchen. So they're never going to get around to fixing the ventilation system, and if the food processors pack up again, the next time the fumes start flooding the mess hall, I'll be dead rather than just nauseous. Keep the breath mask here just in case we have a we have a repeat incident. You just know that they serve some of the worst slop in this place. Okay. Back to the dormitories, because that's what we're here for. We don't need the elevator back up yet. Okay. Well. Progress work assignment console. Emergency lockdown. Primary functions offline. Reroute the main console. You rerouted the system bypassing the main console functions. Check duty shift logs. Appear to be nothing than a long list of work assignments, with the number of miners available for duty decreasing over the past 3 days, citing at several med bay logs. Access remote camera controls. Mess hall. Nothing. Dormitory west. Dead. Shut down the dormitory ventilation system. Nice. Com system. System crackles to life. There is no sound coming from the dormitories. That's because they're all dead. End the dormitory emergency lockdown. We love to see it. Oh, come on now. Time to strip search these corpses. Guess coming down here was pointless. They're all dead, literally. God, living and working on a mining operation like this must be disgusting and horrible. And oppressive. Like I said, I can't blame these guys for wanting to sell me. Right? They probably get paid nothing, and they probably have no representation. I have no mines. Or I do, but I cannot use them.
This may be the beginning of a long record. It's about an hour after the facility suffered the explosion that triggered the emergency lockdown. Just finished helping the dock officer set up the transmission relay. Not much signal strength, but it's better than nothing. The transmission gives the code to open the turbo lift when or if help arrives. Code is a simple group of 5 numbers. 3, 17, 13. Then the next 2 numbers are...
Sir, couldn't we contact the medbay? Maybe the Jedi's awake. If so, he could help us.
No good. The link to the medical computer was severed from the hub, just like the administration console. Even if the Jedi wakes up, how would we get the dormitory turbo lift code to him? Without it, the turbo lift to the administration level is locked down. We just took an inventory of our supplies. We've got enough emergency rations in the dormitories to last almost a month. But with all the problems in the facility, I don't know how long we'll last. I wish we could contact the Jedi. Maybe he could... but no, he's still floating in that damn tank. Someone's played us for fools. And since Korta and his crew aren't locked in here with us, it's pretty clear who it was. If I ever catch up with that Mandalorian-loving son of a... At least the air scrubbers are still working, even though they're tied into the... Hey, what's happening to the ventilation system? This...
Just like we saw in the previous logs, they were all gassed to death.
The transmission gives the code to open the turbo lift when or if help arrives. Code is a simple group of 5 numbers. 3, 6...
Military flash code, and my character's intelligent enough to figure it out.
What did you want to talk to me about? I have to suit up and drill the 3219.
So this is KOTOR. It's Robin Atkin down, so it's Paz.
You had plans for the Jedi. About selling him to the exchange.
Yeah, but security already set their piece on that, didn't they? Nobody's getting sold to anyone.
Are they? I've seen the logs you've been accessing. Maybe the two of us could work something out.
It doesn't matter what we work out. We wouldn't make one hyperspace jump before what's left of the Republic was on us.
If you have a way off this station, I can cover our tracks and ensure the Republic is not alerted to our presence.
Well, I may know someone. Works the system on special jobs. He may want to know details, but I might be able to arrange transport.
I've seen the logs. I know you've already asked him and given the details. Once he agrees, I can handle the rest.
Handle the rest? Like how?
When the time comes, I'll contact you via comlink. Maintenance out.
Since when did the maintenance officer grow some horns?
So we know the code to get back upstairs. They're all dead though. Which is, you know. We kind of knew that from the beginning when all the droids were told to kill everybody, and then we were informed that they were all gassed to death because of the ventilation. How much experience? Jesus, we're really plowing through this. Like I said, this game isn't balanced at all. It really does just make it extremely easy to outlevel the game's ability to keep up with you. Back to the other terminal. The next time I level up, I'm going to give myself some demolition.
We managed to get to the dormitories. We should be safe here. We've been trying to use the holo transmitter to beam a transmission to the administration level to end the lockdown. But the administration console's been severed from the main hub. Everyone thinks we should try to evacuate on our own as soon as possible. But there's no way to break the dormitory seals from the inside. I'm going to keep sending distress calls in the meantime. We've been trying to find a way to circumvent the lockdown and get to our hangar bay, but so far, no luck. The situation's worse than we thought. Even if we get out of here, we can't shut down the fuel depot force fields if a fuel leak was detected. If so, the only way off this asteroid is if a ship docks with us.
but the only connection to the docking platform is on the administration level, and we can't get up to the docking bay while we're trapped here. I only hope someone survived the explosion in the mining tunnels. If not, then we're stranded here, unless our transmission reaches a passing ship, or a Telos freighter. Managed to use the holo transmitter here as a crude relay to beam short-burst transmissions outside the Paragas facility. With any luck, the transmission will carry beyond the asteroid field. We've set the emergency transmission on automatic playback. We're using a simple military flash code to transmit the code to the turbolifts, so maybe our rescuers can get down to the dormitory when they reach the station. Without those turbolift codes, our rescuers wouldn't be able to get here from the administration level. And without those codes, we wouldn't be able to get to the administration level if we found a way out on our own. The messages are short distress calls only, since we can't get much signal strength. It's pretty weak, so unless a ship is actively searching the area, it might be a long time before a ship picks up the message. After all, who would be scouring frequencies way out here looking for trouble?
Well, there we go. We've pieced it together. I think it's pretty obvious what happened at this point. Let's get back to the lift, and then we'll put the code in. Fortunately, my character's intelligence was such that I didn't have to do the fucking math myself. Five minutes after lockdown.
Almost didn't make it out of the dormitory section before the lockdown, you murglak. You're cutting a little close, aren't you?
Yes, a regrettable miscalculation on my part. I'm contacting you because I'm picking up a subspace transmission from within that level. Is that your doing?
No, they must be trying to use the old relay system to send an emergency signal. I doubt they know what's really going on.
Hey, this turbo lift's locked down.
That's James Horan,
And don't worry about
and this is Robin Atkin Down, so it's just Metal Gear Solid 5.
We'll be all the way to Nar Shaddaa.
Oh, they won't be leaving the dormitories. The explosion within the tunnel has damaged the ventilation systems, causing breaches in the core exhaust conduits.
It's Kazan, Skullface.
Not all of them, but I'm sending a number of mining droids to your location right now to correct that problem.
Corda, this turbo lift's locked down. The sequence isn't working.
Keep trying it! You! Why are you doing this? Why me?
You. It was never about you. The Jedi is all that interests me. But then you had to ruin everything by revealing his identity, and then trying to harm him. And that I cannot allow. Statement. You are a risk, Corda. You are impulsive, crude, and soon, deceased.
Mocking query. Corta, are you dead yet? Smug statement. I believe I forgot to mention that I reversed the turbolift codes, in case you managed to get this far.
Nice. Back to the administration level. Thanks, HK. So, we piece it together. HK and you were... Well, HK and you and Kreia were brought aboard the station. You were unconscious, so was Kreia. HK was put to work by the maintenance officer. The maintenance officer was told by HK, or at least HK told everybody, that you were a Jedi. KOTOR decided to sell you to the exchange, but the rest of the station said no, fuck that, for a laugh. And then they decided to fight over that. HK was like, well, damn, this is... you interest me. And so, using the work that he did with the maintenance officer on the sonic imprint sensor, amended the droid's core programming to mine individuals. And then also faked an explosion to get everyone back to the dormitories, and then vented toxic gas into the dormitories, murdering everybody. And then essentially was just going to wait around until a ship arrived so that he could take you off the station for whatever reason.
I have felt a disturbance. Our enemy is here. We must leave at once.
Enemy?
The one that fired upon the Ebon Hawk as we attempted to rescue you. And he will not let us go without blood being shed.
Wait, who is this enemy?
The story is a long one, and time is short. Come, we must go, and quickly.
Alright, let's go.
We need to make our way to the docking area on this level. I fear the airlock has already opened, and if so, we must be on our guard. If we cannot reach the Ebon Hawk, then we must find a way to escape on the ship that has docked here.
Alright then, Kreia. She has more points, or she started off with more points than I do. Let's buff her wisdom. She's a caster. Force push, fear, speed, and energy resistance. Let's give her stun. Although she would have repair, knowing her character. We'll save that point instead. Time to go and get Atten.
I hear you.
Kreia sees through the Force, and that gives her the ability to see through doors.
What in space is going on? Who's this? Another Jedi? What, did you guys suddenly start breeding when I wasn't looking?
Atten, there's no time to explain. Grab a weapon and follow me.
Alright. I'm guessing that Republic ship that just docked isn't carrying friends of yours.
I hope your talent for understatement is offset by your skill with a blaster. If not, then I fear our time together will be short indeed.
Yeah, and I'm also good at running and drinking, Your Majesty. And even if you two aren't big friends of the Republic, that warship's the only way off this station.
So Atten can't be knocked out. As long as he's not the last person up, if he falls over, he will get back up again.
Good thing we have a clear run to the ship.
Threat. Master, perhaps I did not enunciate clearly the last time we spoke. I suggested that you should shut down, stay put, and wait for rescue.
No, you were clear. I just don't listen to assassin droids.
Clarification. Assassin droid is such a crude term, Master, reserved for Durasteel drones uploaded with only the most archaic kill programs. The function I perform has been referred to as wanton slaughter. I prefer to see it as a means of facilitating communication, resulting in the termination of hostilities.
So you mimic the maintenance officer's voice to control the droids and kill all the miners in the medical bay.
Indignant answer. Master, the miners intended to place you in jeopardy. I could not allow that to take place, so I was forced to negotiate a termination of hostilities. After reprogramming the mining droids to mine any organics they perceived, they began to kill the miners one by one. Then a series of flawlessly timed explosions drove the miners into their dormitories, where I was able to gas them all at once without wasting time hunting them through the mining tunnels. I then administered a large dose of sedatives to the remaining miners in the med bay, enough to kill them, but ensure you slept peacefully. Of course, against my calculations, you awakened from your tank prematurely. I am ashamed by the inconvenience that caused for both of us.
And so you ordered the mining droids to kill me.
Answer? You misunderstand me, Master. Those droids were there to guard you. As I said, I did not anticipate you awakening from the tank. You are quite a hardy specimen for a Jedi, a Ronto among humans, if you will indulge me the metaphor. Besides, as you proved, Master, such droids could never pose a threat to a Jedi. The droids were custodial in nature, cleaning the facility of other distractions.
Mm-hmm. Why the hell did you want to capture me in the first place?
Answer. It is beyond the scope of my programming to probe the motivations of my clients, Master. Suffice to say that I am being well compensated for my services. You have been a difficult target to find. You have been wandering the galaxy since the end of the Mandalorian Wars, leaving little record of your passage. It is as if you did not wish to be found by hunters such as myself, or more likely, the Jedi Order.
You found me, obviously. I didn't go do a... You found me. Obviously, I didn't do a good job.
Admission. It was a matter of chance, Master. I happened to be serving as a protocol droid on the Harbinger when you booked passage. After that, it was a simple matter to sabotage the Harbinger and call for a retrieval. Irritated statement. However, when the Ebon Hawk appeared and salvaged us from the wreckage, I was forced into a series of rapid recalculations, culminating in our current situation.
Who is this client of yours?
Chiding answer. My programming renders me incapable of revealing the identity of my client, Master. However, I am free to say that my client is wealthy and very interested in possessing the last of the Jedi.
Then how did you find me?
Admission. It was a matter of chance, Master. I happened to be serving as a protocol droid on the Harbinger when you booked passage. After that, it was a simple matter to sabotage the Harbinger and call for a retrieval. Irritated statement. However, when the Ebon Hawk appeared and salvaged us from the wreckage, I was forced into a series of rapid recalculations.
So what now? You're gonna kill me?
Answer. No, Master. Killing you was never the intention. If you resist my attempts to return you to your KOTOR tank, however, I may inadvertently fracture your skeleton in several places to incapacitate you.
Enough of this. You won't take me without a fight.
Resignation. Very well, Master. If inflicting pain is the only means to resolve this matter, then you leave me no choice.
Okay. Let's get everyone equipped first. Mining laser, that's fine. We love to boost his decks. There's got to be a 2-weapon fighting somewhere here. Here we go. Give him a second blaster. Because I feel like it. Reflex package, why not?
What is it?
More where that came from.
Let us end this.
Come on.
Focus.
Statement. Self-destruct.
This shall not stop us for long.
Systems failing, Master.
Get back up, Cryo.
What is it? Why are we stopped? Look, I'd be happy.
Okay, cool. To the ship.
Something is wrong. I sense no one on board.
You sense no one on board? Sense any assassin droids creeping up behind us like last time?
Everyone here has been slain, yet there are few signs of battle. No carbon scoring, no blast of fire. This place has been hit by assassins of a different sort.
Then what are we doing on this ship? We were better off in the facility. You two are supposed to be Jedi? You two are the worst Jedi I've ever met.
That's right, we need to get off the ship.
Oh, and go where? If the assassin machine was correct, then we cannot reach the hangar. Be silent. I need some time to think.
I saw the vessel dock. When it did, a fuel pipe entered the fuel depot behind the force field.
Look, I don't mean to cast another shadow on this, but But even if you could reach the ship you came in on, it wouldn't matter. You'll need the orbital drift charts to clear the Paragus asteroid field, unless you want to have the shortest flight out of Paragus ever recorded.
Well then, how did the ship dock here?
Well, of course they have the asteroid drift charts in their navicomputer. They'd have to.
Then let's get their codes then. We worry about reaching the Ebon Hawk afterwards.
Well, we'd have to get to the bridge. I mean, well, that's the biggest problem I can see.
That is a sound plan for the moment. Let us go. Our enemies gather while we wait here.
Forgive me, Kreia. I was distracted for a moment. I'll be more present in the future.
Very well.
Cool. Sonic Carbine. Come on then. I love how competent everyone feels in this game as well. I don't know, there's something to it. The way these characters are written. They all feel extremely... They all have characterization, don't get me wrong. Some of them feel more competent than others at different things, but they all feel like they have a grasp on parts of their personality. The way Atten could formulate a plan, speak with you in a way that meant that the plan that you had formulated, he had a versatile way of analyzing it and then incorporating it into his goals. Kreia's way of meditating on a situation and then giving advice only when she feels that it's necessary, right? It's just so great. I love every one of these characters.
We've been diverted from Onderon to the Outer Rim. There's not enough ships out there, and we're already hard-pressed to keep patrolling the regions under our jurisdiction. I'm afraid we're going to lose it all. There's just not enough ships and too much territory to cover. We're still rebuilding from the war with Malak, and sometimes I wonder if we'll ever recover. Still, we have our orders, and the Republic's put the highest priority on this mission. Looks like the trouble on Onderon will have to wait.
So I mentioned this last time, that this game does a really good job at making the atmosphere feel oppressive and the situation feels very dire. But then the scope of the game opens up when you get onto the ship, and you get to hear the political opinions and feelings of the people, the soldiers that man this vessel. Politically, and you know, KOTOR also mentioned it, what's left of the Republic, things feel very shit for the Republic, which is supposed to be a pan-galactic organization, but 2 wars have left it reeling, and it's really finding it difficult to patrol its own borders, which is the death knell of many an empire. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't call itself an empire. You know, the words are picked very deliberately in Star Wars, but it is a liberal, representative, capitalist democracy. It is America. The Republic is an empire, whether it wants to be or not. It wants to keep hold of its constituent systems. If you look at it with a political eye, with some sense of political critical thinking, the Republic isn't great, and neither are the Jedi.
As ordered, we've picked up the passengers from the Outer Rim and have made quarters for them. Once aboard, we've plotted a course for Telos. We expect to arrive within 10 standard days, provided there's no mishaps. I've been ordered to give the passenger no special treatment, nor make any indication of his identity. I have some reservations about turning the Harbinger into a passenger liner, but the orders were clear. Whoever this passenger is, he's got diplomatic level priority, whether he knows it or not.
So this military ship picked me up, somewhere on the Outer Rim. I've been traveling for 10 years since the end of the Mandalorian Wars. The Republic clearly needs to cache its chips. It needs a Jedi, because, as we know, the Republic cannot support itself without the assistance of its magical warrior monks. It is scotch taped and paper clipped and gummed together by the power of the Jedi. It is a democracy, puts forth, laws and legislation, but under its own weight it collapses without the power of its wizards.
We picked up a distress signal and are sending a message to the Republic for permission to investigate. We have also transmitted the damaged vessel's ID signature to the Republic. According to the message, it's being pursued by Sith forces. There's no match for the vessel in our databanks, but the profile of the distress signal suggests it's a stock freighter of some kind. We'll only know for sure when we arrive, and we'll find out if the signal's genuine or a trap. We wanted to check with you, sir, before diverting course from Telos. There appears to be some battle that has taken place in the sector, and we've received a distress signal.
You have permission to divert course, Captain. If there's a Sith presence in the region, I want you to investigate. The ID signature on the freighter, did you get confirmation on it?
Yes, sir. We did not have the vessel listed in our databanks, so we transmitted the code to you. Was there a match?
There was, Captain. If you find any trace of that vessel, even wreckage, I want it.
Yes, sir.
After you've investigated the sector, resume course to Telos with the passenger. It is of the highest importance that he reach Telos.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure he arrives intact.
Good hunting, Captain. Admiral Onasi out.
Sometimes I wonder if the right hand of the Republic knows what the left hand is doing. I'm always being kept in the...
Query. You sent for me, Captain.
Yes, I need you to check on the passenger again, see if there's anything he needs. Try not to be too obvious about it. His safety is our top concern.
Statement. I shall use the utmost discretion, Captain. As always, it is my pleasure to serve.
So, Karth from the first game, he was the soldier, and together with Bastila, you thwarted Malak, clearly being promoted to Admiral, so he's a military leader now. And he travelled with Revan on the Ebon Hawk, so it stands to reason that Revan would be the one. Stands to reason that the Ebon Hawk would catch his interest, and despite your importance as a Jedi, it would be worth diverting the Harbinger to try and locate the Ebon Hawk, because Revan went missing and no one fucking knows where he is. Apparently the Republic knew of your exiled status and they had secretly been monitoring you on the vessel. They even assigned a HK protocol droid to watch you, which is probably how I discovered your presence in the first place. Ah.
Time to even the odds.
Nice. Let's give him an actual blaster pistol this time. You need the drift charts before you escape. That's fine. So to the bridge, the other direction. Just give her the other melee shield. Thank you. We wanted some demolitions. Can it be stunned, feared, or paralyzed? Toughness, pretty good. Probably not going to get a lightsaber for a while, melee weapons. Conditioning. Gearhead, empathy, caution. I think I'll take empathy. Battle meditation.
We have taken on passengers to Telos.
Sir, we've just received an emergency broadcast. A freighter under attack by Sith forces.
Can you get an ID on the ship?
Yes, sir. We have its ID signature. It's not in our databanks, but its profile suggests some low-stock freighter. Says it's being hit hard by a Sith warship. Sir?
I'll need to confirm with command before we move to intercept. Report.
The Sith warship is empty, sir. We attached an umbilical and sent 3 strike teams through it, and there's no sign of a crew or its commander.
There's no one on board? What about the escape pods?
They're still in their berths, sir. This place, it's empty. It's like a ghost ship.
Then who was firing at the freighter?
We don't know, sir. The freighter's empty, too. We did a clean sweep and nothing except a lone T3 unit, badly damaged. Did you still want tractor beams to the Harbinger?
Search the freighter and the warship one more time. If they're clean, then we'll tractor the freighter over.
Yes, sir.
No idea why the Admiral thought that freighter worth all the effort, but we'll find out.
Everyone in the Ebon Hawk was dead, sir. We're starting autopsies within the hour.
What about that Sith corpse we retrieved from the warship?
We haven't had a chance to fully examine it, sir. He looks human, but he's fractured in several places.
And keep me posted. Something's wrong here, and I want to know where all those Sith on the warship went. We're still experiencing a problem with the communications array, and now maintenance is telling me there's a cascade failure in the weapons.
Sir, I just picked up an unusual sound from MedLab.
I have come for the Jedi.
That's not an unusual sound.
Sir, I don't know. Communications just got cut.
Send a security team to MedLab, now!
Awesome. This is where our boy was sat.
More where that came from. More where that came from.
Nice. Unarmed accuracy gloves. You can give those to Kreia. She needs them. She's doing a lot of punching right now.
I hear you.
I hear you.
Exactly.
Let us end this.
More where that came from.
Ah, you love to see it. A hole in the fucking ship. This game took 14 months to make, by the way. Here you go, Atom. Military suit. Gives him all saves +2. No, there's no point yet. Can I wear it? No, I can't. We'll leave it as is for now. And I think that's where we'll call it for now. So if you, I mean, no one's there, but thanks very much for watching anyway. For anyone who decides to watch the VOD, take care.